Hi class, welcome to either Biology, Physical Science, or AP Physics. This is a review video on how to access Teams, find your files, your documents, anything you might need for remote learning or in-class learning, because even once we return to in-class learning, we'll still be using Teams and we'll still be needing to access review videos or PowerPoints or assignments and that kind of stuff. So this is your all-purpose video. With that, please keep in mind that I will be, even though this is for all three of my classes, I've selected biology as the class to walk you through. Every class should be laid out about the same, so you'll find your documents, your PowerPoints, your review videos, all in about the same location, regardless of what class you're in, okay? So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm gonna make my face smaller. Oh no, so sad. Okay, so I'm up there in the corner if you so desire. When you log into your Surface Pro 7 or your home PC or wherever you're logging into, you need to start by accessing Teams. You may or may not have already downloaded the Teams app. It's right down there. There it is. It's so cute. Or I have it up here. If you haven't downloaded it, please do. I'm going to show you how to access both online Teams and Teams via the app. It's recommended that you use the app just because it's a little more user-friendly, it's not as laggy, and the layout is slightly different than online. But I'll start by showing you how to access online, and then I'll show you how to access the app. All right, so you can start by using whatever browser you so desire and going into your Office Outlook email. I already have mine set up, but if you didn't have yours set up, you could go to Office Outlook 365 email. And yes, I just searched that in Bing, and you'll pull up one of these. I just go straight to the mail one. It's easier for me to log in. Boom, you could do the Office 365 login. Once you go ahead and log in, you're going to need to access your email anyway. Oh, something went wrong. Let me get logged in here. Okay, so once you get all the way logged in, you'll be able to access Teams and any other app you might be using, such as OneNote, or any of your OneDrive files, or any of your online apps. So, all right, if it had logged me in, you might see something like this, or it might take you directly to your mail. If you go the route of just searching Office 365 and Bing and pulling up your mail, you'll get something like this. You'll click on this little square bar up here, and you'll find the Teams app, and you'll click on it there. Once you get Teams, it'll actually ask you if you want to download the desktop app. Just go ahead and hit yes. Like I said, it's more user-friendly, it's way faster, it's less laggy. I'm on some good Wi-Fi, and yet here it is still not loading. So we'll just give that a second. Okay, so when it finally loads, if you have the desktop, or if you have the web browser, you'll see something like this. And then down here it says, let's keep you up to date, turn on desktop notifications. That's up to you. I'm going to close out the web browser and take you to the app because it's going to be easier for me to show you how things work. But that's how you access it online. Okay, once you've downloaded the desktop app, which I highly recommend, you can go ahead and open that app. And I'm going to move my face over here so that way I'm not in your way. Now, once you've got that done, depending on your layout, you'll see all of your teams. Now, you may or may not have been added to your teams yet. You may need to find your team. There's lots of different things that could be happening. So I'll show you some of the different views. One way you might see your teams is this grid, in which case you would just select the team. I don't have all my teams set up just yet, but again, they're all going to be laid out the same. So if you're watching this for a different class, just know that it still applies to you. Okay, so you might have that layout, or you might have the default layout, which is still going to have you in block mode, or you might have list layout, which is how I have mine set up. Okay, so it doesn't matter the layout you've chosen, just be aware that it can look different for different people. Okay, so once you're in Teams, you'll have all your teams either in that grid, or you'll have all your teams kind of lined up here on this side, however you do it. Click on the team you want to go to. So I'm going to use Biology 1 as my template because it's my most prepared class for you. So I'm going to click on Biology 1. It's going to take me to the general channel. The general channel is going to be the same in every class. How it's used will be different. So for our general channel, you're going to have an About Me page. And then since I'll be on maternity leave, yay babies, you'll also have an About Mrs. Duckworth page. Mrs. Duckworth is my long-term sub. She'll be your sub for the entire first semester, and she is fabulous. You're going to love her. She's super fun. She's extremely knowledgeable, and I really think you're going to have a good time with her. So when she posts her About Me page, you'll see that as well. You'll also have a post for files. There's a class notebook. We haven't decided if we're going to use a class notebook yet. Right now it's not set up. But if there is a class notebook, you would click on that and you'd be able to access your OneNote notebook. There's also an assignment section. Now, we do have some assignments prepared for you. They have been scheduled because obviously you're not in, well, I suppose you're in school now. So we have some assignments and you'll see the due dates. So if you want a fast track to your class assignments, not all your assignments for all your classes, but let's say you're in biology period 1 and you want to know your biology period 1 assignments, you could go to General, click on Assignments, and then you'll see these are some of the assignments you have upcoming. This will be the same if you're in Physical Science or AP Physics. You'll have some of these files posted. So you have the About Me page, that's going to be due September 8th. You have your syllabus parent signature due September 10th, your POGIL rules assignment, your biology notebook check, and your scientific inquiry POGIL. Notice some of the due dates here, right? 8th, 10th, 10th, 14th, 17th. So you can access some of your assignments. Let's just click on the About Me one, and that will load for us. And then once that loads, you'll be able to get an idea of what kind of assignments you've got going on. Okay, so this is my view and how I assign. Let's see if we can go to Student View. Okay, so this is Student View. Hopefully it looks something like this. You'll see the name of the assignment, About Me page. You'll see the instructions here. After you complete the About page that you picked up from school on preview day, take a picture of it and upload it here. This page is also attached in case you did not receive it. Okay, so a lot of your assignments, especially during this remote learning time, will be posted here and you'll have to retrieve it from the reference materials. A few assignments you picked up on preview day and you'll just upload pictures. So let's say that you didn't pick it up on preview day and you needed to complete it. You could go ahead and download it. And once you've downloaded the assignment, you would open it up. You would complete it. Then you would hit File and Save As or Save a Copy. And then once it's saved, you'll be able to turn it in. Okay. So once you go to turn something in, you'll have an option to upload. You'll upload it, and then you have to hit the Turn In button. If you don't hit the Turn In button, it won't be turned in, and you won't get credit for it. Even if you've uploaded a document and you've done everything you need to do, you have to hit the Turn In button. I don't have a Turn In button here because I'm the instructor, not the student, but you should see a little purple Turn In button somewhere in the corner. You have to upload your document. You have to hit the Turn It In button. Okay, so that's that. Let's go on and talk about the channels. Awesome. So that's our general channel. You've got the About Me for both of your instructors, me and your long-term sub. That's your files, class notebook, assignments, and I suppose I just glossed over grades. Your grades will actually go in RenWeb, but some of your grades will be input in Teams just so we can enter it into RenWeb. So you'll see grades appear in Teams. Just know that that's not actually an accurate reflection of your grade. In order to get an overall picture of your grade, you need to check RenWeb. So just as a heads up. Okay, perfect. So over on the right-hand side, you'll see channels for each of your classes. Now, even though this says Biology Period 1, it's the same for all my classes. And so each of your channels will be organized by unit. For example, you have the first week of school, which would technically be Unit 0, and then you have Unit 1, and we'll look at both of those. So when you go into a channel or when you go into your unit, you will see posts here. Every week or every unit, you will have two things in the post section. You'll have, of course, all your updates, but you'll also have learning targets and entry tasks. You're responsible for completing learning targets and entry tasks every single day you have class. Since we're starting off with the block periods, that would be every other day. The learning targets are also posted in the lecture or in the PowerPoints. They're posted here in case maybe you're absent or you forgot to write them down or you forgot what they were, but they have to be recorded in your science notebook. So here you see the learning targets. This is the learning target these are the learning targets for September 8th, and these are the learning targets for September 10th. Same thing with the entry tasks. Here are your entry tasks for the 8th and the 10th. If you click on files, you'll be able to see all of the files for this unit, review video links, unit files, and unit PowerPoints. The unit PowerPoints are the same PowerPoints that Mrs. Duckworth or I will be using in class. The unit files include any sort of homework, resources, anything that might have been used in class. And the review video links are links that you can click on to watch the review videos. The review videos are optional. They're there to help you in case you need more assistance or in case you want to review. You'll also find the review video up here. I'll show you when we get to Unit 1 because the first week of school doesn't have the review videos posted because these are the review videos that I'm recording right now. So once I've got those posted, you'll be able to find those up here as well. If you click on the More button, you will see this Pearson Realize /Savas, and that's really important. You can click on that. This is where you're going to find your digital textbook and a lot of your assignments and digital resources. You can watch the review video called Your Digital Textbook Review in Pearson Realize up in the top, and that will walk you through how to get logged in, how to use your digital textbook, and find assignments there, okay? So we're going to jump down to Unit 1 so we can actually go into some of these files. You can see the review videos and how they work. So again, there's a channel for each unit. Starting on the second week of school, you'll be in Unit 1. You'll notice that the learning targets and the entry tasks haven't been posted yet, and that's because it's not the first unit. You can click on Files, and you can open up the review video links. There is one in there. If you open that up, you're just going to get a Word document with a YouTube link in it, and that's just if you don't want to watch it in Teams, so an additional resource. Again, if you click on Unit PowerPoints, you can click here and you can open up the PowerPoints to read. So that's Unit Files. Notes is here for you. If we set up a class notebook, you can just take notes. Mrs. Duckworth will talk about this in class, but you can type up your notes or you can write your notes by hand. Either way, they need to go in your notebook, so your choice. Again, here's Pearson Realize. It looks a little bit different. That's because Pearson Realize is transitioning into Savas, and so you're going to see two different web pages. It's the same one. More about that on our Pearson Realize review. And you'll also find all review videos up here too. So if you click on them, it'll bring up a YouTube video that reviews what Mrs. Duckworth talked about in class. It's the exact same video that you get from clicking on the link. It's just a different way of getting to the video. So you can either click on the file that has the link and copy and paste it into YouTube, or you can click on the review video up here and you can watch it. There should be really short videos, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes long, and they are probably not going to be as in-depth. They're going to be a quick overview. They're going to be tightly aligned to your textbook, and it's mostly there for retention purposes or if you're absent or you missed something like that. It is not a replacement for class, so don't think that you can skip class and just watch the review videos. You're going to get so much more by coming to class. This is just a very, very, very brief outline of what might have been talked about. Okay, that almost everything you need to know. There are a few other things. For example, you will have class scheduled each day. You should get a notification or a meeting notification, and you can do that. Or you'll get access to that when it gets sent out to you. That'll be sent out by either me or my sub, Miss Duckworth. And you will you'll most likely go through your calendar. We'll also set up a meetings channel just in case. And I want to remind you that if you ever have any questions or you need help, you can do that face-to-face meeting even though you're remote, okay? So again, if you have any questions, let me know or let Miss Duckworth know. And if need be, I'll post an additional video on how to access things like breakout rooms and how to access your class meetings. Okay, so I think that's all for now. It's been great, and I will see you in person one of these days.